Financial markets are being rocked by breaking news that is sweeping through the cryptocurrency world. With a resounding vote of 320 to 102, the US Congress recently passed the historic FIT21 bill, which essentially forbids the Securities and Exchange Commission from pursuing charges against XRP and Ripple Labs. For XRP holders, as well as the whole cryptocurrency market, this historic legal event represents a sea change. Years of ambiguity and legal disputes are resolved, paving the stage for previously unheard of institutional adoption and price growth. The contents of the FIT21 bill, its significance as a game changer, the quick responses from institutions, and the strong financial calculations that support the audacious $5,000 0 cents price estimate for XRP will all be covered in detail in this video. First and foremost, it's important to comprehend the precise clauses in the FIT21 law that have garnered media attention. Congress expressly exempts specific digital tokens from securities laws in section 9 of the bill, which is located on page 47. XRP is categorized as one of these exempt tokens due to its compliance and usefulness. This legal safeguard supports Ripple's long-standing claims. XRP is not an investment contract, rather it is a utility token intended mainly for payments and international transfers. This difference is crucial because up until now, the SEC's case depended on XRP being classified as a security. This uncertainty is resolved by the passage of FIT21, which also legally protects XRP from future claims of this kind. The price of XRP and investor confidence are greatly impacted by this regulatory clarification. Institutional investors have been hesitant to participate in the SEC litigation for years due to the uncertainty surrounding it and the potential legal consequences. However, we can anticipate a surge of institutional money now that Congress has intervened to restrict the SEC's enforcement authority, particularly with regard to XRP. The SEC will no longer take legal action against Ripple, according to the leaked internal SEC memo that was made public soon after the bill was passed. Some of the biggest reported XRP acquisitions in recent weeks, including an alleged 200 million XRP acquisition by BlackRock, the biggest asset manager in the world, were sparked by this memo. Major financial institutions are aggressively accumulating XRP, according to many sources. Even though this specific transaction image is speculative for illustration purposes, a thorough examination of XRP's distinct value offer is necessary to comprehend why institutions are so keen to purchase it at this time. Unlike many other cryptocurrencies, XRP was developed specifically to make cross-border transfers easy, quick, and affordable. Its design and alliances with banks throughout the globe make it a bridge currency that can assist in resolving issues with settlement and liquidity in international finance. With the increased legal clarity, XRP is well positioned to play a major role in the framework of next financial systems such as central bank digital currencies or CBCs. In addition to giving XRP legitimacy, the FIT21 bill expedites its incorporation into these established financial systems. Let's now examine the $5,000 0 cents pricing goal. Although this amount may seem outrageous to many, it is supported by strong economic logic. As a store of wealth and a means of exchange, XRP seeks to compete with the roughly $10 trillion 0 cents global gold market. The implied market capitalization would push the price of a single XRP token to about $5,000 0 cents if XRP were to take up even 10% of this market's liquidity. To put this into perspective, there are currently roughly 50 billion XRP tokens in circulation. This price level corresponds to a market valuation of about $500 billion 0 cents, which is certainly within reach given institutional interest and utility adoption. Given that a large portion of XRP's supply is locked in escrow until 2027, which restricts the number of tokens available for trade and intensifies price pressure under strong buying demand, this scenario becomes even more likely. In addition to increasing demand, institutional interest is changing the ownership structure of XRP. Retail investors have historically held a significant amount of XRP. Recent evidence, however, indicates that a major shift is taking place, with institutional wallets expanding in size and impact at a rapid pace. This change is significant because institutional investors typically hold assets for longer periods of time and with more confidence, which lowers market volatility and promotes steady price rise. Institutions also open up new liquidity pools and collaborations by bringing access to existing financial markets and larger wallets. The FIT21 bill marks a larger change in the US regulatory landscape toward more transparent and practical crypto legislation, going beyond institutional activities. This law might act as a model for such laws in the future, protecting investors and promoting widespread adoption while promoting innovation. It's conceivable that other nations will take notice and even pass comparable laws, strengthening XRP's standing as a global bridge currency. This goal is fully supported by Ripple's continuous partnerships with banks and governments around the world, which pave the way for broad integration into payment rails, remittance corridors, and even sovereign digital currencies. From a market standpoint, FIT21's passage has sparked a flurry of speculation and trading activity. Exchanges that were previously hesitant to list XRP because of regulatory uncertainties, including as Coinbase, Binance, and Kraken, are now prepared to expand their XRP services. Volumes of trade in futures and derivatives have already increased dramatically, especially in Asian markets, indicating a growing sense of confidence in XRP's ability to become a widely used asset. In general, price increases are preceded by increased liquidity and exchange support, generating an upward feedback loop for the value of XRP. It's crucial to recognize the dangers and difficulties that still remain dynamic that may push the price of XRP closer to $5,000.00. This prediction is based on sound legislative action, market behavior, and financial calculations, rather than being just speculative hype. Present holders should seize this opportunity to observe history being made. Now might be the ideal moment for novice investors to think about setting up shop ahead of what might turn out to be one of the biggest cryptocurrency rallies ever. It will be crucial to remain informed and modify our methods in response to the ongoing institutional